morning, guys. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to the Fearless Morning Show, where we are having confessions and conversations about your everyday life. Welcome to the show. My name is Yamitra Jojo Waddell, the only Live Past Crazy Specialist. So what better place to be than here with me, the car edition. Yes, Margaret, good morning. Good morning. Hope everybody's ready to get this day started. It is a wonderful Tuesday. It's Taco Tuesday. That's Thankful Thursday. Take Action Tuesday. I need another Tuesday. I can't think of one. Good morning. Welcome to the Fearless Morning Show. Please make sure that you are sharing the show, because sharing is caring. I greatly appreciate you coming on every morning to visit, to say hello. Talk on Tuesday. That's good. I like that one. I appreciate you guys coming every morning to visit the Fearless Morning Show. I greatly appreciate you. And I never yawn until I turn on the camera. Like, I've been sitting here quietly, minding my business, and I turn on the live button, and then I have to yawn. And then my sidekick is knocked all the way out over here. Like, she don't even know she in this world, so I'm gonna let her sleep for a little bit. So, I hope you guys are ready to get this morning started. Hope you're ready to get Tuesday started. I hope you had a wonderful day on yesterday. Today is going to be an amazing day. It's going to be an amazing day. And good morning, and how do you do? I'd like to introduce myself to you. Good morning, Margaret. Is that what you're looking for? Good morning to you. I hope everybody's ready to get this day started. I have my favorite. This is mint and cucumber and ginger. Very fresh and water. Girl, that's right. Talent Tuesday. That's a good one, Kim. Kim, I so forgot to give my sister your book, but I'll be home this weekend. I'm coming home for Mother's Day. So, I'm staying with her, so I'll be there. So, good morning. Yes, she did. Good morning, guys. All right, so I wanted to read something to you guys, but here's the fearless thought of the day. We have got to resolve our personal silence to create sustainable futures. We've got to resolve our personal silences so that we can have sustainable futures, or create so that we can create them, not have them, because if we don't resolve our personal silences, we cannot have a sustainable future. So when we do that, we create a sustainable futures. So resolving personal silences, what does that mean? And y'all didn't tell me I had on 2 different earrings yesterday, because I asked Rosie which one she liked, and she never told me. So I went to work with 2 different, even though they were pearl, like one was a pearl drop, and one was like almost a clip-on pearl earring. I had 2 different earrings on all day yesterday. Y'all didn't tell me that, but that's okay. So today's fearless thought is resolving personal silences to create sustainable future. So resolving personal silences. That's a lot early in the morning. Those R's and those S's. I want to learn Spanish. I want somebody to teach me, but I have signed up for the local community college. Can somebody help teach me Spanish? I know French because I took that, and I know a little bit more of that than I do Spanish. Right, I know. And that's what everybody said. They was like, JoJo, your socks never match. So why would we assume that your earrings would? Meaning my socks match. Like, I have on the same socks, but my socks never match my outfit. Like, you guys could see me in a gray suit, and I have on orange and green socks with men dancing on them. They never match. And that's on purpose, because that's my personality. I adore funky socks. The funkier, the better. I absolutely, when I was in San Francisco, I found a sock store, but I just could not bring myself to pay $25 for one pair of socks. I just couldn't do it. But they had they had Superwoman socks that had capes attached to them. I'm just saying. Oh, yeah. I sure will. I will reach out to Miss Cree. And I got to sneeze. Hold on. It won't come out. I will reach out to her for that, because I really, and see, when you ask, people know things. So resolving personal silences and creating a sustainable future. So resolving that personal silence. And I think I've been talking a lot about this for the past month, and I don't know why. It seems like every time I try to change my thought, I have a different thought, I come back to ultimately, what are we eating or shoving down our throats to accommodate other people? And that's that resolving that personal silence. What are you just eating? And what are you holding on to that is hindering you so much that it has changed who you are? And so y'all know we do confessions and conversations with me. I'm always going to just talk about myself. And when I say you, in like if I talk about you in you terms, I'm talking about me. So my question is, if we resolving personal silences, good morning, Beverly. Y'all know, listen, I am full of color and character, and I'm learning to embrace that. I'm learning to embrace my inner Rosie. Like, I'm learning that. So resolving our personal silences. And again, I don't know why I keep coming back to this. So this is my confession. I probably said this a gazillion times, I've absolutely changed who I was depending on who I was with. Like with my first husband, I'd never been a first lady before, so I had to change who I was to adopt to become a first lady. But my persona, everything about me changed. Period. No, people who knew me did not recognize me, and they didn't know how to tell me until, of course, after I left. Then they told me. But think about your life. How much of you is changing to accommodate others, and that you are eating that, and so now you have this silence about you, and when people see, they can't, have you ever, my mama used to say this, JoJo, what's wrong? And I would say nothing. She's like, so you too quiet, something wrong. You got to resolve that personal silence, meaning you got to resolve that thing that you are allowing to eat at you, to hold on to you, to change who you are, the thing that you keep accommodating, the thorn in your flesh that you keep making room for, and now you built your entire house around it. And your entire life. So now when you think about removing the thorn, you don't know how to live your life without it, because you've built your entire life and existence around the thorn, whatever it may be. So if you've built your life around the crazy, well, you can't stop living outside of crazy, because you built parameters around it so that you know how to interact with that crazy. If it's leaving the job, well, if you leave the job, you don't know how to interact outside of it, because, again, you've built your life to accommodate everything that may or may not serve you. Correct, Margaret. That's right. And I did that. And I've been married a couple times. A couple of them. And I did that with the second one as well. So resolving that personal silence. And until you resolve that, you cannot create your sustainable future. Meaning, until you are willing to address the crazy. And I know we talked about this maybe 2 weeks ago, but it's for real. Every time I try to get away from it and pick a different topic, this one always comes back up. Until we are willing to address it and think about the crazy and how we're going to map our life out outside of crazy, or live different than, we can talk till we blue in the face about, oh, I want new rules to the new you. I'm gonna, do all these things, JoJo. I'm gonna live past crazy. It's not gonna stick. It's not gonna hold, because then you're gonna be excited for a minute, and then you're gonna hit the reality of that you built your entire life around that thorn, around that crazy, and you don't know how to live outside of it. And if you miss, don't forget, if you I did a ebook, the foundations, the keys of your foundation matters. So bit.ly foundations matter. That's an ebook. It's a 5-series ebook. So at least they give you some stepping stones about how to get started. But right, we are the first generation. That's exactly. And so now we're finally doing something about it. But if we don't get real about that, you got to change the crazy, the sustainable, creating the future and sustaining the future are going to be so difficult. You're going to find yourself starting over and over and over and over again. Guilty when it comes to working out. Guilty when now I eat okay because I'm 99% vegan. So that part is okay. But those days, when I want some French fries, and I try not to eat fried food. I don't eat fried food except for those days when I want some French fries so bad I can't stand it, honey. What the world? And I get me some French fries, and then I gotta wash it down with a Coke. But most times it's my flavored water. But until we are dedicated, you're gonna find yourself starting over. I'm just saying. Yeah, Beverly, and if you think about it, and then the analogy I used is, if you have a broke leg or a broke arm, when you have a broke leg, you get in out the car different. You have a ramp on your house. You get in out the bed different. You have a wheelchair. You have crutches. You have this, and people help you get dressed, but now you wear a skirt because you can't put pants on. And then you've accommodated your entire life for that broken leg. But when it comes time for the doctor to say, hey, JoJo, your leg's not broken anymore, okay? You can walk. Most people are like, no, I can't walk because I had the ramp built on my house, and I only wear dresses now because of this broke leg, and I got a different car that allows me to get in with my broke leg, and I got crutches specially made for my broke leg. So, yeah, I know I can walk, but I can't because I've already accommodated for the broken leg, and I don't want all the work that I've done for the broken leg to go to waste. Yes, rehabilitation is required. And the first thing they do in rehab is stretch you out. They stretch your mind. And so that's the goal of the Fearless Morning Show, is to stretch your mind, give you something different to think about it. Hopefully I have planted a seed that allows you to think differently. And like I said last week, it is you can't use everybody's formula for their life on your life. It's not going to stick. But you take what you can use and apply it to your life, and then you leave the rest. But until we resolve those personal silences, we cannot create a sustainable future. We're not going to be able to. It's not going to stick. And then, like I said yesterday, we're going to keep arguing for our crazy. We're going to keep arguing why our crazy should continue. We're going to keep making the case for why we have to keep living in crazy. And, then those at least keep coming into play. Well, at least it's not this, and at least it's not that. And that's okay. If that's serving you, that's okay. This is a safe, free, think-free zone. As Rosie calls me, I'm a space giver. This is your free space to know that you're great, to know that you're amazing. You can do whatever you want to do. So if you're ready to resolve that personal silence, you can do it here. You can, and that means you don't have to share it with me or with anybody. I don't need that. But if it's something that somebody here has said or shared, like in the comments or me, then if you're ready to resolve that personal silence, that's what you do. Right, because they're going to keep what? Taking your money. That's exactly right. Resolving personal silences, creating sustainable futures. And once you deal with those personal silences, you take off the limitations that you have in place. Because now we living in those forced limitations and we don't know how to live. I'm just saying. Thank you. Thank you, Miss Berry. I'm just saying. And I'm queen of arguing my self-imposed restrictions. I'm queen of that. I can't get a better job because this job allows me to be at work at 9 o'clock and I'm able to drive Rosie. This happening right now. This is my argument I'm having with myself right now. The school my daughter goes to is 45 minutes away. So there's no feasible way I can be at work anywhere, anytime by 8 o'clock. So that's my argument. I can't leave this job because it allows me to be at work at 9 o'clock and do the Fearless Morning Show. So I can't leave. And, I've been there 2 years now. So I've kind of built my time up and, the flexibility to come and go. And I don't want to leave that. But do I like the job? So now I'm arguing my self-imposed limitations because I'm staying there on purpose, clearly. I like the money, yeah, but clearly I'm staying there on purpose. But am I going to allow the money to dictate what's true to my soul? Are we going to do that? Jojo, are we going to do that? I got to think about these things. That's why I got to resolve that personal silence so I can create a sustainable future. Now, here's my other argument. Jojo, this job is allowing you to do and go and do the things that you need to do. Absolutely. But could not another job do that? And if I'm talking about stepping out on faith in that invisible road where you don't actually know the way and you're still walking that, why you can't just walk it still? Why you can't start jogging instead of walking now? Why you can't pick up the pace? And so these are the questions I ask myself. So this is, again, this is Confessions and Conversations for me. I'm always going to share my struggle and my story so you don't have to live in crazy, number one. And then number two, maybe you pick up a way to work through it or see it different than perhaps you see it now. Resolving your personal silence to create a sustainable future. Because if we do not resolve that personal silence, it's going to continue. The struggle will never go away. Ever. Do you understand? Ever. Ever, ever, ever. I knew I was waiting for Margaret, the job coach, to show up. That's what I was waiting for. But I got an argument for that too. See, when you're determined to hold on to your argument of your self-imposed and self-imposed restrictions, you got an argument for everything. You got a story for everything. Instead of resolving the silence within you and creating a sustainable future, you're determined to hold on to the very thing that's driving you insane. And why is that? Why do we do that? Why am I accommodating the crazy? It may be a different crazy than what it was years ago, but is it not the same if it's not speaking true to who I am? I'm just saying. Resolve that personal silence. Just saying. That's the fearless thought of the day. Today, guys, don't forget to compliment a sister today. I wanted to read y'all something. We are not in competition with each other. We are here to inspire each other and to create opportunities for each other. And sometimes the best way to overcome that is to overcome our own silencing, is to see other people rise above their own. I'm just saying. We're not in competition with others. We are others' inspirations and we are others' opportunities. You guys are my inspiration and my opportunity. Because every day I ask for something, somebody has an opportunity for me. That's right, Kim. Change is comfortable. Right. Yeah, I do like to win. Can I tell y'all something? You're waking up, poo-to-poo. Rosie was sleeping so good. Let me tell y'all something. So here's the thing that I'm learning to be okay with. Y'all, I'm learning to be okay with this. And I'm calming my voice down because I'm so excited I want to scream. I'm learning to be okay with wanting to win. I'm learning to be okay with all of the greatness that God has given me. I'm learning to be okay to say, JoJo girl, do that thing. I'm learning to be okay with being excited about the blessings and the opportunities and the doors. Now, I'm learning that, and it's learning it and accepting it and being humble all at the same time. Like, when I was a kid, like from age 0 to I left, when my parents divorced at 12, I might have had a little ego problem, a little ego. Rosie, you see Rosie, I said a little ego problem. She stretched my hand. But my father instilled that in me. Like, I knew I was the best wheelie popper in the world. You couldn't tell me I wasn't. I was the best jump roper, the best tree climber. I was the best at everything. And I had no restrictions with saying that. And somewhere along the way, y'all, again, we put these restrictions on ourselves. And here we are calling ourselves God's children. And we're praying to a great God who does great and amazing things. And we're made in his image. But every day we dumb ourselves down. Every day we don't accept the title that he gave us. He said we're just right below an angel, right? He gave us he gave us dominion over this world. And he gave us all these wonderful and powerful things. But we don't accept it and we dumb it down because we haven't resolved that personal silence. So we can't create that sustainable future. Yes. And let me tell you, it's an overwhelming process to surrender to that. It's overwhelming. It's exciting. It's scary. I don't know. But what's the word I want to use, Rosie? It's fun. I'm excited. I'm excited because I'm learning to accept those titles now. And then what is happening is the things that I thought were so extremely hard are now weights coming off my shoulder. Like, I can breathe a little bit. And so everybody is amazing. Everybody is great. And everybody has a light that can outshine anybody else's light in the thing that they're gifted at and the thing that they're supposed to do. And so for my sisters and my brothers, I'm waiting for you to allow your light to shine so that I know where to find you. There are things I need to accomplish in life, but because you don't want to accept your greatness or you don't want to accept your responsibility that you are awesome, you're amazing. You may be a great organizer. I'm looking for somebody to organize my whole life. Please understand. You may be a great assistant. I'm looking for somebody to say, JoJo, you know what? Because I used to be an executive assistant to presidents of hospitals, to corporations, and I can organize somebody else's life. But when it comes to mine, I can't do it, and I ain't going to do it. I know my strengths, and that ain't it. I need to turn it over to somebody else. But if you don't let your light shine, I can't find you. And then why do we keep doing that? Why do we keep eating the thing? And why do we keep dimming our light? Why do we keep putting our matchstick out? I'm just saying. Right, Margaret? Ask and you shall receive. I'm just saying. Y'all have no idea. We've got to resolve those personal silences so that we can create a sustainable future. And we're doing this for our family. And so until we resolve that personal silence, whatever it is that is stopping you from being who you really are, like you think you really are, but in that quiet time, when you taking a shower or right before you wake up in your wish world, I call it my wish world, where I wish this was happening. I wish it's your dream world. And that's when you have those true thoughts with yourself. And you're like, JoJo, look, sister, you know better than this. Why you keep doing this? Right there in that moment, you got to resolve that personal silence. And when you do that, then you can create a sustainable future. Until then, we're going to keep just doing it over and over and over and over again. Right. Y'all, I'm on this journey of self-discovery, self-revelation. Oh, look at you looking cute. And I'm all in it. I'm in it. Elbows, kneecaps, fingertips. I'm in it deep. And I'm figuring this thing out. And along the journey of figuring it out, I'm realizing it's okay to accept. If you're going to pray for a blessing, you got to accept the blessing. And you got to accept all the things that come along with it. So here it is. We're not in competition with each other. We're here to inspire and create opportunities for each other. We all can inspire each other and create opportunities for each other. Sometimes the best way to overcome our own silencing is to see how others are rising above their issues and their problems. So you can, my sister, you are inspiring the lady that lives beside you. You are inspiring a future housewife to understand what it means to love her husband. You are inspiring your children to learn how to be the best versions of themselves without restrictions. You are inspiring your mama to understand that her life doesn't have to be the way it is. You are inspiring your own sister to realize she ain't got to settle for no old Joe Blow, knucklehead, bump person. You are inspiring your brother, my brothers, to be the man. You are inspiring your brothers to be the father that they never had. You're inspiring somebody at your job to be excellent at all times, to live in excellence. You're inspiring somebody to articulate their words correctly and stop cutting them off.
And not be ashamed of it.
And not be ashamed that you can say a full sentence with a subject and a verb and they happen to agree. I'm just saying. So we are all inspiring each other, and we all are creating opportunities, because once you inspire somebody, you are then creating an opportunity for them and for yourself to be great. The opportunity for them is to see something different. The opportunity for you is to know that you are your sister's keeper. And then they may, are you leaving me? Or you just stretch it? And they may be the person that you're searching for. Miss Margaret said, good morning. She's waving. She's stretching. What's your shirt say? Rosie's shirt said allergic to mornings. Margaret, you would love that. It says allergic to mornings. So today, guys, inspire somebody. Seek the opportunity and be the opportunity for somebody. Resolve that personal silence and create a sustainable future. Kimberly said, go be great, Rosie. She did like this, Kim. Why don't you come and wave at the people? You got me doing all your facial expressions. So, guys, today you are your sister's keeper. And you are your brother's keeper. Accept the greatness. Because I can't do what I need to do until you do what you need to do. You want to say good morning?
Good morning.
She doesn't have glasses on. Where are your glasses at?
Right there on the floor. I'm trying to decide if I want to get them or not.
Love you. Be peaceful. You need your glasses. You won't be able to see.
Yes, I will. Don't say that.
Resolving personal silences to create a sustainable future. I want you guys to be great. I want you to be amazing. And no, we're not in competition with each other. We're here to inspire.
I'm taking my water.
You taking my water bottle?
I'm taking my water.
All right. Love you. Be peaceful. Have a great day.
Love you too.
We are here to inspire and create opportunities for each other at all times. Resolve that personal silence, y'all. Create that sustainable future. And the key word is sustainable. What happened? You dropped your glasses?
No.
Oh, you putting them on your face?
Yeah.
She can't see.
I can too see. Shush.
The key word is sustainable. That means maintain. Right, I do too. I think she's going to get them. I think so too.
Think who's going to get what?
Contacts.
I want them.
She wants them. We'll see. Because, yeah, with Color Guard, she done knocked her glasses off so many times. It's unreal. So, key word in that creating sustainable futures is sustainable. That means to maintain, to keep going. Resolve your personal silence. What keeps you silent? What are you not speaking on? And what do you need to speak on that's holding you back? Right, Margaret. And she needs to see those things. She needs to see those. I told her she should do eye exercises, because these are my glasses. I have these to read. And, of course, I got the transition. Amen, Beverly. Thank you. And so I do eye exercises. So I have these on now because the sun is shining so bright. So since they transition, they are my sunglasses. But I've been doing eye exercises. Let me tell y'all may laugh, but them eye exercises work. I don't have to wear my glasses anymore. I spent too much money on them for nothing now. So those eye exercises work. But listen, today's fearless thought. Resolve your personal silences so you can create a sustainable future. If you don't resolve your personal silence, whatever you create, it will not stick. It will not stay. It will continue to show its ugly head. That's because we've not dealt, again, last week's show, we ain't dealt with the root cause of it. Like, for real, for real. Like, JoJo, why you don't want to leave? Like, no, for real, why don't you want to leave? Like, why do you keep accommodating that crazy? Why do you keep making room for that thorn? Why are you building your whole life around it? When it's painful, but yet you accept the pain and you're building your life around it, but yet you complain about the pain, but yet you build your life around it. You see how that's creating a crazy cycle? Been there, done that. Wrote a book about it. Fearless Woman, Born to Give Thanks. If you don't have it, go get you a copy on Amazon. And, oh, Margaret is on here. I am doing a book tour. My first stop is going to be Tampa Bay, Florida. And I have just a suspicion that Margaret is going to try to make me move down there. And please understand how much push it's going to take. Just like that. Because I want to live near the water so bad. So if you haven't got the book, go to Amazon.com, or you can go to livepastcrazy.com. You can grab the book. If you want to meet me in Florida, I will be there July 27th. I'm working on the dates. And if you want me to come to your city, let me know. Send me a message, and we will try to make that happen. I do have a link that I'm working on where you can fill out and suggest your cities so that I can come and visit you. And so that you can meet the only Live Past Crazy specialist. So what better place to be than here with me? And y'all, for real, the only reason I'm doing this is I understand that I am my sister's keeper. It is that simple, yet it's that complicated. And every day you have the opportunity. You have the opportunity to change your sister's life, to be your sister's keeper. One pain, girl, the struggle is real. Yeah, I have a whole drawer dedicated to nothing but socks. I ain't gonna tell you about the basket of socks I got in the laundry room. We ain't even gonna talk about that, you know, because I'm a sock lover. Do you understand me? I sure will, Kimberly. I got you, boo. And you gonna ride with me? All right, Margaret. Well, hey, Margaret is putting the cities together. I know I want to do Charlotte. I definitely want to do Raleigh. So anywhere else, y'all just let me know if you want me to come, and we can host a Fearless Morning Show. You can host a Fearless Morning Show, but we definitely are doing the book signing tour. So I will come with both books, Fearless Woman, Born to Give Thanks, and Transition to Freedom, so that you can get your signed copy. The first stop is going to be Tampa, with Miss Margaret, the job coach, who is doing amazing things. If you have any questions about your career, please see Margaret, the job coach, Margaret D, job coach. So she'll post her information down below. But guys, the fearless thought for the day: resolve those personal silences so that you can create a sustainable future. So if we don't, exactly, it's never going to be the same. Please be excited about, I want y'all to be as excited about your possibilities as I am. If you've ever met me and know that you've ever told me any dream or idea that you have, you know I'm on 1 gazillion. And then you're like, JoJo, calm down, because I get excited for you. I am truly excited for every person I come in contact with. And it is true. And I work on it being true, because I'm not in competition. We are all here to inspire and provide opportunities for each other. Okay? And we all have something to give, and we all have an opportunity to share. So I'm waiting on you to be okay with your greatness. Be okay with your light shining. Be okay with your awesomeness. And please do not tell me you have no idea what your awesomeness is, or you don't know what your purpose or your dream is. My friend, yes, you do. It's just that you are so busy saying, I don't know. When you say, I don't know, your brain stops working. You're so busy saying, I don't know. You're so busy accommodating your crazy. You're so busy, making excuses for your imposed restrictions. You're so busy doing all the things of crazy. There's no room for the answer that you keep praying for to come in, to show itself. But the answer is there. Take out something. I promise the answer will come in. First step there is get quiet. Ride the rest of the way to work in silence. And let your thought, don't even try to control your thoughts. Let them come. Let them come and tell you whatever they want to tell you. You'd be amazed at how smart and amazing you are when you take off everybody else's restrictions of your thoughts and restrictions of yourself. You are beautiful, my sister and my brother. You are amazing. It is breathtaking at how beautiful and amazing you are. I promise you. And I've always been that person. I've always seen the good in absolutely everybody. Period. Sometimes to the detriment of my own health. But I'm just saying. All right, guys, that's the fearless thought for the day. Resolve your personal silences so you can create sustainable futures. If we don't, everything we create will not last. And we don't, and we are the ones that we are creating. We're breaking that generational curse. We're breaking the things that held our family back, that held us back, so we don't pass it along to our children. Think about that. Do you want your children to live how you lived, or to carry on, or to have the stress, the heartache, the problems, the issue, the not knowing that you had? Because when you choose to make a decision or not make a decision, you're making a decision. So if you say, I had to figure it out for myself, then your decision is you're going to allow your children to go the path that you went. When you see your sister struggling and you went through that thing and you choose not to share with her, you're choosing to help your sister in her own downfall. So why would we see each other struggling and not want to help? I am my sister's keeper. If you want to I am my sister's keeper t-shirt, go to livepastcrazy.com in the store section and grab you a t-shirt. Resolve those personal silences to create sustainable future. You got to resolve whatever it is that you keep eating, whatever it is that's causing you to be different than who you are, to be outside of you. Like when I first left my abuser and I met one of my coworkers that I used to work with, the first words out of her mouth, she was like, "Oh my God, you look so good." And I was like, "Thank you." She was like, "No, you look like death and dying when you were married." She was like, "And I didn't know how to tell you, like we couldn't even look you in your face, you look so bad." Imagine what your self-imposed restrictions are doing to the inside of you. If the outside of me looked like I was crazy, imagine what the inside of me looked like and felt like. Exactly, Margaret. I'm determined to change the world. We as women have the greatest responsibility. Not the greatest. Yeah, we have the greatest responsibility, but we have the greatest influence ever in our families. Period. Think about everything you do, you did because grandma and mama and them did. What if you are the changer for your family? And that eating that personal silence, if it projected on my outside that people thought I would look that bad, imagine what it was doing to my soul on the inside to eat it. What is it doing to you? It's changing your behavior, your thought process, your character, your belief system. It's changing all of that. Right. And I will not stop. I'm a firm believer. I am my sister's keeper. And if I can help one sister who can change her family, who will impact her community, we will change the world. It is that simple, yet it's that complicated. It's complicated because not everybody wants to be their sister's keeper. Not everybody wants to inform a sister, hey, let me help you out. Not everybody has that mindset. I had to learn, so she got to learn. Why would you want somebody to suffer the way you did if you have the information? Don't be an information hoarder. Right? I aged my insides. Like, I had high blood pressure. And what y'all don't know is by the time I had my youngest daughter, in crazy. So I got a husband beat me, and I decided to have a kid. By the time she got here, I couldn't see out my left side. I couldn't hear out my left side. I had high blood pressure. They thought I was going to have a heart attack. And then they left it up to my abuser to decide whether I was going to live or die. Because at that point, the doctor said, we can't save both of them. It's either going to be Rosie or it's going to be your wife. Now, here I am. I can't even talk because I can hear at the right ear, but I can't even talk because they got me on so much medicine. And I'm listening to him decide my life's fate because I keep eating my silence. Because I accommodated the crazy for so long. Can you imagine what it's doing to your insides, and you're doing it every day. And so as I'm laying there, it clearly, they have no idea what's going on with me, but they don't think I'm going to make it nor my child. And my abuser has to decide whether I live or die. That is a lot of responsibility to give to somebody else who does not love you. That's a lot of responsibility, my sister, to give to your crazy and it's not serving you. That's a lot of responsibility to give to that self-imposed restrictions that you insist that you need. You insist that you need that crazy job. You insist you need that crazy husband. You insist you need that crazy relationship, that crazy friendship. You insist that you stay in that crazy neighborhood. And that, what you blame is what you give power to. And so you insist on giving that power to something that is killing you. And you willingly, knowingly know that it's killing you. But yet you eat your silence. Think about that today. Resolve your personal silence to create your sustainable future. Yep. And when I heard him decide the fate of my life, save my daughter, that's what my wife would want. And I can't speak and I can't move and I couldn't do anything. And nobody was there to speak up for me. And I'm giving everybody else charge of my life. That's a lot of responsibility that you're giving to crazy. Are you willing to continue your life like that? Because that your crazy may not be my crazy, but you can apply it. Are you going to keep arguing with that person every day? Because that's what's happening. They're killing you slowly because you keep eating your silence. Just some thoughts for today. I am my sister's keeper. I am my brother's keeper. If I can share one thing. If I can share one thing. As Rosie say, a space giver, a seed planter, to let you know you absolutely do not have to live in this. You ain't got to, boo. I got you. That's why you need purpose partners. That's why you need friends and family. And sometimes it ain't even family. It's people that are going to encourage you to let you know that there is life past crazy. Thank you, Miss Beverly. But I'm just saying, y'all, take your life back today. Be amazing. Be great. Be okay with all the awesomeness that you have in your life. Right? And that's exactly what I did. I surrendered my whole life to somebody who wanted to take my life. Hello? And here's what I know, and I'm closing out the show. Here's what I know, and I say this all the time. And y'all probably sick of me saying it. But it's on my heart. It's because it frustrates me. It really frustrates me. My husband, my abuser, was the pastor of the church. So I went to church and I'm praying, God help me. And we got the holy oil, and I've shouted and I've talked in tongues, and the Holy Spirit has fell on me, and we have done all the church things that they've done to do. I've had the communion. I am the deaconess. I am the missionary. I've been the ordained. I've done all the things that you think church or God would want you to do to have revelation in your life to overcome whatever it is. But let me be very clear. You can do all the things, my sister. You can pass out. You can pray. You can have yourself deep fried in the holy oil. Top shelf holy oil if you want to. But until you deal with the root cause of your crazy, after you get up out that deep fried holy oil, you're going to pick your crazy up and take it back home with you. You're going to continue to build around it. I'm just saying. It's not going to change. And a lot of people say, well, I pray and I'm looking for God to make a miracle. There's not a story in the Bible that did not require an action for the miracle to take place. And so the answer that you're looking for, the miracle you're looking for, ta-da, here it is. You woke up this morning. You opened your two eyes and you have all the things that the greatest of men have had. You got 2 eyes, 2 hands, 2 feet. So that's your miracle, my sister. The answer is in you, and you are the miracle. He gave it to you this morning when he woke you up. He said, oh, Jojo, you want the miracle? You woke up and the answer is in you. But until you make room to receive the answer or know the answer, it's not going to come. Let me tell you, Miss Beverly, I've done all the things. A to the man, Kimberly. Yes, you got to have common sense. And common sense is not common. I found that out the hard way. It's not common. It is not. But y'all, that's my fearless thought for the day. You got to resolve that personal silence so that you can create sustainable future. Why keep starting over? And I tell you why we keep starting over. Because it's easier. I'd rather deal with the crazy. We rather deal with the comfort of crazy than the discipline of freedom. I'd rather deal with the crazy I know than to deal with everything I don't know. Because I don't know how I'm going to live without this person. How I'm going to live without this job. I don't know, Jojo, you don't understand. I don't know. I've been there. Ain't nothing you can tell me. I've been there. I've been raped. I've been raped in front of the kids. I've been beaten, been thrown out the car. I've been homeless. I've lived in a shelter. I've had to pick up money off the street to feed the kids. I've had the broke down car. I've had the repossessed car. I've had the lights cut off, the water cut off. I've done all the things. Trust me, I understand when you say you don't know how to make it stop. But I'm telling you, at some point, if you don't make it stop, it's going to eat you alive. And it shows no mercy because it does not care. Crazy does not care, and it is not your friend. It never has been, and it never will be. And the more you accommodate it, the more it's going to take. Until you find yourself, like my friends told me, that I looked like death, and they couldn't even look me in my face. So just imagine if it's showing on the outside, what is it showing? What is it doing to the inside, to your very soul? I tell you what it's doing. It's eating your self-esteem. It's eating your confidence, because I had none of the things. I would not even, and this is a story for another day. It's in book 2, book 1. Fearless Woman Born to Give Thanks. I would not even turn the lights on in the bathroom because I could not look myself in the mirror. Because every time I turned the lights on, look myself in the mirror, all I heard was my abuser. You fat, you ugly, never going to be anything, never going to be anybody, nobody loves you. Your mama don't want you, daddy don't want you, the kids don't want you, you're a horrible mama, you're a hoe, you're a prostitute. I know all the things he's going to say. So when I looked in the mirror, that's all I saw. And so that's what you're creating. And you don't want that monster, my sister. You don't want that. I promise you. You don't want that feeling. And if you're there now, I promise the best feeling in the world is to release those words. That's why I'm adamant about finding words that speak to you. I'm adamant about those affirmations. I will tell you every day to find words that replace their words every single day. But until you reserve that personal silence, you will not create a sustainable future. It's not going to happen. You're going to keep starting over every day. And if that's what you want, if you rather deal with the comfort of crazy than the discipline of freedom, then you cannot complain about the situation because you are accommodating the situation. So please, I did not mean to go off on that tangent, and I'm well past my time. I so appreciate you guys hanging out with me on the Fearless Morning Show. My name is Yamitra Jojo Waddell, the only Live Past Crazy specialist. So what better place to be than here with me? If you would like I Am My Sister's Keeper t-shirt, go over to livepastcrazy.com and grab you one. And remember, today, compliment a sister. You are your sister's keeper. The fearless thought of the day, you've got to resolve that personal silence so that you can create a sustainable future. If you do not, my sister, if you don't, my brother, your crazy will continue and it will get worse. Those are facts. So I hope you have an amazing day. Please make sure you share because sharing is caring. If your friends and family do not have Facebook, I have a YouTube channel. Over 300 videos strong. So, and they are by topic and by title. So you can binge watch all you want. If you simply type in Google or YouTube, Fearless Morning Show, we're going to pop up, and so that you can watch all the shows. I hope you have an amazing Take Action Tuesday. Take some action. Resolve some of that silence in you today. Stop eating the very thing that is eating at your soul. You're force feeding yourself to death. And you don't want that, my sister. I promise you don't. Been there, done that. You don't want that. I am doing a book tour Tampa is my first stop, July 27th. If you want me to come to your city, send me a message. I'm creating a link for that today so that you guys can suggest a city for me to come and do a book signing. If you would like your own book, go to livepastcrazy.com under store, and all 3 books are there. Or if you go to Amazon and simply type in Fearless Woman, Born to Give Thanks, the book will pop up. I hope you have an amazing Tuesday. And I will see you here bright and early. Oh, and one thing me and Margaret are working on, and she's still on here, we're working on a retreat for August. Because, y'all, we're going to live past this crazy for real, for real. And so I have a retreat coming up. And I think I'm only going to open it up to maybe 20, 25. Because I don't want a whole group of ladies. I want it to be very intimate. Because we are our sister's keeper. And sometimes it doesn't take. We don't need the crowd. We need our sisters. And we need that intimate, quiet space where, you know, you have that space to be safe, to be great, to be amazing. So that's coming up in August. I will have more information coming about that soon. I hope you have an amazing Tuesday, and I will see you here bright and early tomorrow morning. Have a good one.